Hello Gemini friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my Gemini February 2023 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. This is for you if Gemini is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other placement of Gemini that you're watching for. What we're going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And if you're a very late degree Gemini friend, so around June 15th or so through the rest of the sign, or 23-degree placement of Gemini through the rest of the sign, then I also suggest you listen to my Cancer report, as you very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. I'm calling the theme of this month for Gemini, I so love this for you, and I'm going to list all the things I'm excited about for Geminis. In general, Geminis have gone through a lot of challenges through the Taurus-Scorpio eclipse cycle that started at the end of 2021. And in particular, I'm sure September, even into, early December might have been pretty heavy for many Gemini placements. So if you were in that spectrum feeling like a lot of karma has been getting burnt off, then I'm happy to report that certain things are really turning in favor for you. And I'm going to go piece by piece and tell you what they are. So the first thing I'm very excited about is that Mars, having been retrograde in Gemini, your sign, essentially this energy, has been going on for at least 6 months because Mars usually blows through Gemini very, pretty quickly. But it's been there since, August-ish of last year. And now we're here in February of 2023, and it's still here, and it's actually not leaving your sign until March of 2023. But now that it's direct as of January, things are definitely changing. Okay, so Mars is how we use our energy. And Gemini has a tendency to see all sides of things, right? And that also often contributes to analysis paralysis because you can see all sides to things. That sometimes it's hard to locate on that point what thing you feel strongly enough to take action on, or the choice between two things is a very common thing for Geminis to be working with. And this would have been supercharged over the last, many months. So now, even though we're not quite out of that, there's a notable change with Mars moving direct. And not only is Mars direct, but all the major planets that we look at in Western astrology are also all direct. This is very uncommon. So the whole cloud of retrograde that we were in for most of, the end of last year, plus those heavy eclipses, all of that's changing now. So what was introspective, retrospective, uncertain, vacillating, going back over old things, highly emotional, all of this heaviness is now breaking open, untethered into this beautiful, free, open period of forward movement. Direct energies show a time to take decisive action and often bring the clarity that you need to do that. It brings the ambition, it brings the vision, and you will see these things starting to turn around. And that can be very refreshing because you will have been stuck in a lot of not knowing what to do out of certain choices or sort of a lot of internal retrospective energies. And that's all breaking free now. In this period of time, over the last several months, now cracking open, now you're making major headway, or you can be, on healing your body and any aspect of your body. But in particular, there are certain things that if you haven't been working on these things, now is an excellent time to do that. And this has to do with your respiratory system. If you are a Gemini that has issues with allergies or tends to get frequent colds, then this is especially a section where you can really fine-tune and clear out your environment of allergens, basically. But it's not just the actual physical allergens. This is more on an emotional and spiritual level, that there are people in your life that have been toxic to you. Okay, so this is a deeper level. Part of having Mars go retrograde in your sign shows us that there's more than just a superficial relationship with what's happening here. This is a very deep process of you noticing over time and getting more clarity now about the toxic nature of people and relationships around you, a look at where you may be contributing and where you can be accountable and where you have to set boundaries and where you can break free of the shackles that have been binding you into your body being in a hypersensitive response to environmental factors. Okay, so this is a really all-encompassing opportunity that you have here to clear your life out from your very room that you're in to, your all of your relationships. I mean, even things like, good air filters for your room, different flooring, different materials that can help you, different supplements, things like that. And then also working on the inner levels of what I just talked about, the toxicity around you. This can be a time of major regeneration that can positively improve your health and your viewpoint and your expression for the rest of your life, which is really cool. And there's more, okay? So Saturn has been moving through friendly air sign for you for a long time. You may have noticed, 2022 may have been full of opportunities for international travel, different languages, broadening your horizons, different levels of optimism or seeing things differently, wonderful breakthroughs. And that's going to continue. So we still have more blessings coming from Saturn for you. And now we have the Sun in Aquarius also. So between the end of January and the end of February, every single Gemini placement is going to get a kiss in the form of a positive aspect with the Sun, lighting up your life, lighting up your certainty, lighting up your vibrance, bringing new zest to your studies, possibly, bringing the potential for trips or other expansion of your horizons, or finding a solution to a problem that has been plaguing you. And as if that weren't enough good news, Pluto, which has been moving through a sign that's been at an awkward angle for you for almost 15 years, is going to be moving into Aquarius, fellow air sign. And so for all the time that Pluto is in Aquarius, it's going to start making nice angles for you. Instead of Pluto dogging you like it has for the last 15 years, now you have a chance to have a very extended experience of blessings from Pluto. Birth, death, transformation, rebirth, and even more transformation as it relates to different countries and different cultures, and teaching and writing and, languages. Again, just anything where you're taking in information and putting it out. So many Geminis are natural teachers. I've been talking to you all about this for a while, that there is this transformation process happening for Geminis of taking the things that you learn, those fun research projects that you have where you love to get online and, check things out, and you're very well educated on a lot of topics. This is a time where you might really start transforming and stepping into your teacher role, which can be very fulfilling for you. And if you are already an official teacher, like it used to be, if someone were a teacher, we assumed that they were a school teacher, right? But now with online opportunities, the chance for that love of taking in information and expressing it has endless ways that it can manifest, including ways that free you up to work less, earn more, and travel. So you can see that there's this storyline of like this freedom coming. And of course, it's always important, and I always try to make sure to give you this fair balance. When we're looking at astrological potentials in a chart, they are just that, they're potentials. I don't know how each of these things is going to manifest for each person, and it's not going to be the same because you may have certain karmic storylines that you have to clear out. You may have certain things going on in your personal chart that I can't see in this chart that are superseding these transits. But I can tell you that this is a part of your astrological picture, and it's certainly sitting there in a very short and long-term way. So it's activated now, and it's opening up a trend that's very long-term, where you're basically getting to step into yourself, your place as a leader, your place as a somebody sharing the things that you love in a way that brings you the things that you want and helps other people. Okay, so along those same lines, Jupiter since last year, now back again in Aries into May, is really expanding your networks and your groups and your teams. So you may have seen notable expansion of you as a member of a team, you as a member of a community, you as a leader within a community, as a teacher within a community. And I see many Gemini placements are really stepping into this role where there's some sort of group, whether it's online or local or, whatever it is, it's very specialized or more broad, feeling yourself as part of a group. So there's a belonging there. And then also seeing yourself as sort of rising to bring your gifts in a way that contribute to the group in a positive way, while you're also benefiting from what everyone else in the group is bringing. So it's a very wonderful shared experience that's being expanded now, and it's very exciting. Something else that I love for you, okay, that's my theme for you this month, so I've got a lot of these things coming up, is that so we do have this month where we have more sweet aspects compared to salty, which is exciting because that means there's going to be more harmony in the stars, and you'll be feeling that. We do have this month, February, where we are still on a break from the heavy eclipse cycle. And like I said, it's been dogging you guys. It has not been in a friendly angle for Geminis. And I know that most of you have been feeling that. Not to say that positive things couldn't have happened, but boy, it's been through the lens of very heavy karmic experiences. But the thing I'm excited about for you is that this next eclipse season, which starts in March, is going to be in the Aries Libra eclipse cycle. So we're still working out the Taurus Scorpio storylines until the end of 2023, but now, very soon in the upcoming weeks, this energy of radical positive change is coming into your life in a friendly angle. Okay, so fire and air, which speaks your language. So those very positive radical changes are coming soon. And just to kind of have an idea of some of the major things that have gone on, think about 1995 to 1997. Think about 2004 to 2006. Think about the end of 2013 to 2016. And then now here from, now April, close to April 2023 to 2025. There's going to be new sets of changes that are going to really help you recreate and redefine yourself. So here we are now in this period of time where the stars are wide open in this forward movement, and all the stars are saying, yes, be proactive, be certain. And if your certainty isn't right there at the beginning of the month, as February evolves, it's very likely to start shifting, as Venus makes its transition from Pisces to Aries as over the course of February. There's going to be less emotional debilitation and more action. There's going to be more direction, more ambition, really honing in what you want to create for your life. Okay, so let's talk about, and by the way, if you want to have the retrograde and direct calendar for 2023 accessed now, go to AnnieBAstrology.com. Annie, the letter B, astrology.com. This link is also in the notes underneath the podcast or video to access my exclusive content portal. And you can, see what the open periods are for the whole rest of the year if you're trying to make some planning purposes. It does really work when you are trying to do something in the open stars. Things do tend to be a little bit smoother, and you can align with the natural rhythms that way. Okay, so a couple of dates to note. February 5th, we've got a full moon in Leo, brilliant, sizzling in a beautiful angle for you, bringing all kinds of opportunities, and really just allowing yourself to create and express and have fun. There may be a little trip, maybe something going on where there's positive advancements in communication, some really prolific, awesome expression. And all Geminis will be feeling the goodies from this, so no one will be left out. And those of you closer to 16 degrees, so that's, we'll say like 11 degrees through 21 degrees, we'll use a 5-degree spectrum on a radius on both sides. Then, so it's basically like June 1st through June 11th, the closer to June 6th, or if you have any other Gemini placements close to 16 degrees, you'll get an extra special kiss. Now, there could be some drama. Leo is the sign of the thespian, the theater, the actor. And so there could be drama, for better or worse. But because it's in a nice angle for you, I'm hoping that is smooth. Now, in the days around February 19th through 20th, you have a new moon in Pisces, which is a really beautiful time to plant seeds, to allow yourself to dream and imagine and feel your way into a new reality, or to really connect with spirit and surrender a problem to divinity. If you've been making yourself crazy and one of the things that you've been vacillating about with Mars has been like really throwing you off, maybe that's something that you can surrender. Maybe, if there's something else plaguing you, just the simple act of surrendering to the divine, the plan, the benevolent source. There's something special in that, especially in that period of time, or it could just be a little quiet retreat or just a little place of emotional connection with some others that could be valuable for you. If you want a complete list of all the aspects that may be affecting you this month, delivered to your inbox 1 month early, go to AnnieHelpsYou.com, sign up for my free email newsletter. At AnnieHelpsYou.com, you'll also see all the free goodies I make for you each month. If you would like to be an astrologer as your profession and you resonate with how I do my work, I can teach